Hey there, hi there, ho there, out in spray wash land. I gotta quit saying that. I think spray. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Anyhow, as you can see, Ray is out of his seat and headed out looking for something in his truck. He doesn't know that we've gone live yet, so he'll come back. He'll probably say something inappropriate. No,
I'm back.
let's see if he notices.
What? Hey, you switched me.
I hit the live button and I thought, Ray should have known. Then that way I don't come back. He comes back and says something highly inappropriate.
No, I would never do
that.
that.
Would never happen, though, right?
Never.
Never. Anyhow, tonight we're going to talk a little bit about blogs, vlogs, and social media. What is it? How is it? Why is it? Is it any good? Any of that kind of stuff, and some things that I've been kind of helping a few people out with, and just kind of brought some stuff up. And so we're going to talk about some of that tonight, and kind of go down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and just kind of see where the conversation takes us. So, same as always. Any questions? Pop them out of there. And again, if y'all could share this out, give us the likes and all that kind of stuff, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, feel free to share it and all that good stuff. And, we get good information out there, and we make better washers by, becoming, by training people, by getting these guys, out there more. So
I think that's not just us, but everybody out there. I think from the learning content and the training, and I mean, all we're doing is making a better contractor, not and that's kind of what our purpose and our goals are here, So we talked a little bit about Ray and I were talking a little bit about blogs, and I think you had somebody in there y'all were talking about blogs with, and then we talked a little bit about vlogs and just how some of it is it's being underutilized, and it's not something that it's not getting old and overdone, so to speak. There's lots of room for it, and there's a lot of reasons that you should be using blogs. And things that you should do with vlogs, blog being the written thing, the vlog being the video written thing, kind of sort of a thing. And then just some other stuff, social media wise.
Yeah, and on our websites. And also these are things that can be done for little to no cost as well, too. I mean, extremely, low cost out there.
And I want to throw something out there, Ray. If you're paying to have somebody do it, that's kind of okay, but it's kind of also not, because they're probably redoing over and over again, and you need genuine content. So
and they're how many times have we seen guys, and I don't mean this as a slight to any web developer, any guy that's out there doing this, but how many times have we seen basically the same thing just duplicated in other cities, and no original content on people's websites, no. Just trash, really, if you think about it. So,
and that's why I'm saying too, a lot of it does need to be good, relevant, fresh content instead of the same thing over and over again, like just a copy and paste kind of a thing. Though you should use there are templates out there. Using the template is a good thing, but not the same verbiage as everybody else.
I literally started my website when I started Spray Wash. I went with GoDaddy. And we had a GoDaddy website till I think about 2000. Well, we had it the whole time we were at our first office. I guess we moved over to the new office in 18 or so, maybe 17. And at that point, I went and got a premier site with one of the, because I saw a lot of stuff coming into the pipe in the market, and I was like, golly, these young kids are coming up. I need to go. But we had amazing traction just in that website that we did, and we've never paid for SEO on our website. We've never actually gone and paid somebody. We've spent very, very little ever on boosting on Google keywords or anything like that. I mean, we did a little bit, not much at all. And in fact, our technology spend and advertising spend was mind boggling to a lot of people.
Because it was next to nothing.
Yeah, yeah. I still remember. We talked about this whenever we were purchased. The company that purchased us said, "Well, you left advertising off or something. You made a mistake." No, we didn't, because we have so referral base. At this one year, it was like $2,500 marketing budget, and $1,500 of that was bundt cakes that Tanya went and bought for customers, and delivered. So, topical authority is a ranking factor for Google. So if you're using the same exact content written by ChatGPT that's shared and used by everyone else, it will catch up to you 100%. And that's what we were saying earlier with some of the marketing companies that are out there saying, hey, let me run your campaigns for you and let me write your ads for you. If you got the same guy doing it in Seattle who's doing it in San Francisco, who's doing it in Texas, who's doing it in Montana and in Florida and a couple of areas in Florida, it's going to wind up not being a good thing,
Absolutely. There is. So a lot of times what happens in something like that is there's content that's written, and then you take that content and you just change the name of the city and your company name and different things like that, but all of the content is the same. It still has the same basic verbiage, and Google will catch on to that very, very quick. The algorithms that they have now are getting so much better. So some of it becomes, what do you write, how do you write, when do you write, I hate to write, all that kind of stuff. And that's where I love the whole modern thing, where you just speak into it and just get your thoughts out there, and then maybe have somebody write it based off of your thoughts if you want to pay for that sort of thing.
Yeah, if you hate writing, let somebody else write it for you. You get the ideas down. Or as I was telling someone today, and we'll go hardcore and actually pull up the examples we have on this. But I was telling somebody earlier today on their blog, I was like, because he was saying, well, I don't like writing. And I was like, but do you ever write? Well, yeah, sometimes. And I said, well, that's the beauty of a blog. You can sit there on a day in February when your phone's not ringing and write 10 different posts. You could do a post a month and then schedule it out to be done for the rest of the year and be done with this. You could always do more.
But that's kind of where I was going with, if you're not good at writing stuff, and you want to pay somebody to write it, but they can't write it for you, right? But if you sit down and just as you're driving down the road, whatever, and you record kind of your thoughts and your feelings and your opinions and what you want to say and all that kind of stuff, and just do that on a regular basis, and then you can turn all of that over to somebody and let them write 10, 15, 20, 30 articles for you. You might pay for a day of their time, 2 days worth of their time, but you get so much good, relevant content, because the relevant content part of it is part of the extremely important side, right? If it's a vlog should have a purpose behind it in communicating and not selling. That's not the purpose of a blog or a vlog. Typically, you can use them for that purpose, but you're using them to engage with the customers and get them to see you as an authority, see you as an expert in your field, those sorts of things. And then they make sure that there's a way for them to contact you, because if it's something that they see you as an expert on, they may call you for your thoughts or opinions on something, and that's how you convert them to a client or customer.
Absolutely. So let's start, first off, let's talk about the blog. And you can have a blog without even having a website. You can run your blog separate from your website. And for those of you that aren't familiar with a blog, probably the cheapest, easiest, freest one that I used was, let me share the screen here, is present, share screen, entire screen, no, share. Okay, so right up here on a Google thing, if you click on these the 9 dots right there, Google Blogger, it's free. it's literally a free blog that is a Google product. You think Google likes to rank its own products? Oh, yeah, they really do. And you can start a post off. And in fact, let's go ahead and do this right now and see how fast it shows up. Let's see. We should all have a blog about our services. And then I could insert pictures and et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to publish.
And pictures are important.
Pictures are very important. Multimedia is great, stuff like that. Now, I still have some permissions in here with Crystal Clean. If you notice, this website is spraywash.com, right? So this is my old Spray Wash website. They've gone and changed some pictures in here. In general, all the verbiage is the same. The houses, the pictures are the same of everything we did. They've changed a little bit on here. Let's go in here to my blog. So my blog, this blog right here on this drop-down menu, it talks to the Google blog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look what's the top entry on the blog that I just added. We should all have a blog about our services.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that is something, again, that's being ranked by Google. All of the words that are in there.
Yes. I mean, you know, and we'll get into my actual blog post, but I just wanted to show how fast that worked. So in the time that I went and put this on here, it's now talked to my web server, I guess, wherever they're hosting this at, that Crystal Clean owns, and it goes and updated the Spray Wash website from the Google blog page, right? So, but let's look at what the blog actually is, because Google doesn't want to sit there and crawl every website for every word, for every change all the time, because that would really be wasteful. So whenever our web guys are setting this up, whenever our web guys are actually setting up our websites, they might say that, okay, this page might get updated every now and then. This page, the blog page, might get updated weekly. So you really need to Google machine, Google crawly bots, you need to pay attention to this page right here. Now, this page about gas stations, it might get updated on the 17th of never. So don't pay a lot of attention on recrawling that page. So the bots know to crawl the pages that get done.
And just so you know, there is a way, and this is where having, you know, a good web person involved can be helpful, and that is, there are ways to ask the Google bots to crawl a page, a new page, or if you have a brand new website, there's a way that you can ask the Google bots to roll, and because that way it helps it get into the ranking.
Correct. And you, like I said, when they're initially setting it up, they can even say that this page or this blog is going to be updated a lot more than all the other pages, so it keeps going back to it. And because if you have a website and it keeps crawling you, eventually it's going to get tired if you don't put anything, you know, if you don't ever change anything. But if we look at this website, so, you know, what are some of the things that we're doing, little topics that we're doing here? High dusting. Did you know Spray Wash exterior cleaning doesn't just take care of your exterior facilities? We can do your interior needs as well. We just finished a high dusting project and vacuuming for one of our major projects. We have one talking about Easter coming up and do a spring cleaning. Pollen season, you know, written on the hood of one of the trucks with pollen season. Rust stains, you know, and so we're even doing like a video implanted in this.
Important stuff too. Videos and pictures are important.
And, you know, not making theatrical, you know, production quality, but right there on the website, you can get this from the blog or from the website. And there's my new tips, so you can really even get to it from there. And so, you know, we're sitting here and it's just, you know, basically watch the rust stains disappear as we're doing this. Generated a ton of calls on there.
One thing you got to remember about videos, though, videos and pictures, that when Google crawls a website, they're looking at it. The algorithms are looking at the words, right? They're taking those words and that's what they're using. A video and a picture doesn't have the written word that Google can crawl. That's where there's different tags and titles and things like that that you can put into the videos and into the pictures that describe what that picture is and tell the story of the video or whatever. And then that way, Google, when you do a Google search for something and it shows a video from YouTube, that's not because Google crawled the video. That's because of how the description of that video is written.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, because Google owns YouTube. So
exactly.
That
So we did a ton of stuff during COVID about COVID sanitizing in there. We made several different ones. And whenever you had unique building and unique projects on here, here's a great one. Pigeon waste cleanup. Sometimes our jobs are a bit out of the ordinary. Not only do we offer pressure washing, roof cleaning, facilities maintenance, and soft wash services across North Florida, but Spray Wash is known to be the go-to company when property managers that may have a job that's a little oddball. Take today's cleanup. It was for pigeon poo removal and cleaning of underlying surfaces. Now, this wasn't any small cleanup. Unfortunately, it was a large area visible from the windows inside the hospital. And of course, it was inconveniently located from the 8th to the 10th floors. And so then, we actually have our pictures of the job and of the pigeon poo that we're having to wash. We had just flocks of pigeons come in there and land on this place. And, again, amazing type keywords, things like facilities management, hospitals, unique cleanups, pressure washing,
Yeah, everything in there and all about your words and the things that you're using to make sure that that's why I'm talking about good, unique, fresh content, right?
Mm-hmm. And then as I was sitting here looking at the thing, and I'm not, and I'm sure my computer is not virgin by any means, and things have been searched on it before, and it probably knows, that Spray Wash. Well, even though this is a new computer, and I've bought this thing since I've had Spray Wash. So, like, I did a search. I searched for parking garage pressure washing Tallahassee. Okay, well, number one, my old company is up there.
So that's also something important, Ray, to remember that whatever is on the internet, I mean, it stays there. Eventually you can get pushed down in your ranking, but the better the quality of that content is, it will stay higher for longer. How long has it been since you sold your company and that thing is still up there like that, right? Mm-hmm. So keep having good relative quality content that engages the customer. That's part of what their algorithms are looking for. Something that's going to, and how long people stay on that page and the visuals and all that. That's all super important stuff.
And we've got multiple videos on pressure washing parking garages right here, that list up there, very high up, just right after the first. And those aren't ads. That doesn't say ad right there. That's a good old fashioned organic ranking on it. I did another one, Tallahassee steeple pressure washing. So we did church steeples, crystal clean, spray wash there. Looks like Anthony's company's right here. Up still Spray Wash is there with two listings right along in here. So here's some more guys. Tallahassee pressure washing. They did a nice job. They're mentioned with their Facebook page on that.
Even just having all that stuff on your website is extremely helpful. I mean, I know for me, just the website alone, like we're talking about the steeple cleaning, right? Having that on there and having the good content and updating that I was getting calls all across the United States for steeple cleaning because of the keywords and what people are searching for. Did it do me any good to be getting calls from Montana? No, not really. No. But it actually taught me a lot about how the internet works and how using the blogs and vlogs and video posts and different things really can help the ranking of my website and help me get out there in the local market, and how to more hyper focus my marketing efforts to the local side of it. Because really what all this is that we're talking about is content marketing, right? Content marketing is not just vlogs and blogs, but it's your social media posts, all the things where you're just adding content to help people get to finding you. And that's the important thing. The more content that you have out there, the easier it is to find you.
So I just noticed this. This is kind of crazy. Look, so under here, I searched solar panel cleaning Tallahassee, Florida. And here's somebody that and look in the comment, it actually picked up right there in the comments, reviews, and our community looks great, and they cleaned the solar panels too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that review is actually going to pop up, but I mean, how cool is that? So,
well, if you put it on the side, I'm betting that it's in there.
It is. I mean, there's so many reviews on here, but I mean, it's just interesting that I mean, it actually cites the review. Right? I mean, that's crazy, guys. It's citing. I never noticed that before, but it's literally citing the review on there. So,
that's something that I think that started about 5 years ago. But I'm not positive on the time frame wise, but that's really been helping.
So again, that we're going to do blogs. We're going to get that message out there. It's a quicker way to search things. We're going to, I'm going to go ahead and trash this post. So delete that. And let's see here. Here's one to delete too. So discard that post. But by doing that blog, we're able to quickly get this information, disseminate this information out to people. Like we said, and here's what the interface looks like on Google itself. We've got pressure washing 155-foot building. More things about garages. I mean, do we like garages? Yeah, we can.
Love garages.
Here's another posting on garages. The dreaded green screen. So we talk about, the algae that's on this pool screen. And, did you know high powered pressure can rip screens and gouge holes? And you want to enjoy your pool area on the summer days. And we're ready to clean your pool area. Give us a call. We're referring back to the website as well. And it just winds up being such a low cost tool to give your website more exposure to people.
So Chet Hingle earlier had said something about, I'm going to zip up and see if I can find it real quick, about paying people to do that. And in today's competitive market, that really is, it can be a good idea. Here it is. He's saying in a highly competitive area, stepping up your game nowadays means paying someone to handle your social media. It's too complicated for most everyone. And that's true. A lot of times these things can get complicated, but you also have to remember that there are a lot of things you can do where just doing the vlogs and the blogs. And if you're not at that point with your company yet, where you're hitting those numbers, and even though you're in a competitive market, you don't necessarily have to pay, but I think it could be a better move for you a lot of times. But just putting out that content, putting it out on a regular basis, being consistent. Because here's one of the things, like Ray was saying, Ray's over there. Ray was saying earlier, right? Google gets tired of crawling. It's not necessarily that there's somebody there, I'm tired of seeing this page. Their little thing that goes out and does all the searching, it says this page hasn't been updated in 3 weeks, 3 years. There's no need to continue to crawl it. So it'll go crawl something else, right? So the more you're updating, the more often that the Google bots come back and crawl that page. So being consistent is an important thing to do in order to keep that flowing and to keep your SEO rankings up, because SEO is search engine optimization, and it's about those keywords and the things that you're using in your blog post and in your vlog post.
100%. You know, and you know, it show right here. So you mentioned about the social media. There's a comment about social media. So again, this is Tallahassee steeple pressure washing, right? So you got Crystal Clean Wash Pro, Tharp exterior cleaning. So here's Pro Power Wash. Ironically, this is, you know, that's a board that I think you and I both have gotten kicked off of, but it's where I posted there in 2011 about doing a steeple. And then it's got our company on there. But then look, it's ranked some, so you don't have to have the fancy website, because look, it's literally ranked Tallahassee pressure washing, Austin Smith's website right there. And if you click it, it's going to go to their Facebook website, you know, Tallahassee pressure washing, and go into a steeple that they did whenever you scroll on down. So Google, if you do the keywords right and do your social media right, and another reason to stay clean on your social media, Google's going to go and rank your Facebook as well.
And don't forget, all these blogs and vlogs, they are really a way to build loyalty and trust, right? So, and again, with engaging, and make sure that your content is shareable so that they can share it out to others. And that's why use pictures that people are going to want to share, videos that people maybe want to share that help showcase what it is that you and your company do, and to show the diversity in what your company can do, the many different aspects of your company. If you look at all the blogs Ray's showing you, I mean, there's so many different things on there and so many different unique projects. It's really easy to do, especially if you're there, you're taking the pictures. And if you want to hire somebody, send them the pictures, just do a little voiceover for them, and then they can sit there and write it up, have you proof it, and send it off.
I'm going to show you, I don't know, I hope the video will come on. You know, this one is 55,000 views. And I went, and back in the days of Fiverr, I had this thing done. Can y'all hear this?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So back in the
I can't hear the video.
Fiverr,
no.
Yeah?
No.
No. Yes, you can hear the audio?
No. I cannot hear it.
Okay. Well, and I mean, and keep in mind, this is probably 15 years old. And I even had I paid a lady with an Irish accent to do it, to do the voiceover work on this. So, and it's talking about, you know, how to clean shingle roofs in Tallahassee, Florida. You know, there's 55,000 views on that. Here's a Veranda's apartment hood cleaning, pressure washing and hood cleaning in this apartment community. You know, 1,300 views on these little things. And we've all got pictures of this from projects that we've done. Here's a building. I wanted to do something on high work building repelling, you know? So, you know, did a quick little video, you know, of this on here. So it's not like I'm going out and doing projects and finding stuff for this. We're literally using
it's right there in front of you all the time.
Yeah, we're using the pictures that we already, you know, have in there. And
a picture like that is a really good picture. People want to see the rest of what's going on with something like that.
Yeah, they love, you know.
I think that's like a picture like that. That's an awesome picture that people are going to want to read a little bit more, want to see a little bit more, and they're going to share that picture, things like that. You remember that picture of that airplane and the guy spraying the water on the airplane? I don't remember who shot that picture.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an excellent picture, and everybody was asking, "Hey, can I have that? Can I share that? Can I this? Can I that?" I mean, good pictures are going to help engage, get people to want to look and read whatever it is that you're writing.
Yeah. I mean, here, and look at some of the titles on here. How to clean a hotel. I mean, pressure washing in Tallahassee, Florida. How to clean a hotel. And we have some of our hotel projects that we've done, in there. And we're not trying to make Titanic. I mean, these are 2 and 3 minute videos where we're talking about, hey, you know what? Hotels typically have some real special needs. They're dry-vit or synthetic stucco. We have to really worry about the property protection because of all the people walking around and the guests on there. And you're kind of soft selling your services, or at least selling yourself as an expert on things out there. And again, I never took any of these pictures to go and say, hey, I want to go make a YouTube video. It's look, I've got all these pictures. Let's make a YouTube video. Why not use this as an advertising vehicle? And we did this on the Spray Wash website. Got stuff about college campuses on here. How to remove grease, FAMU Allied Health, bank cleanings.
One of the things that you guys want to remember, though, too, is that you want to use. Okay, there's 2 points to it. One, you want to use a really good, high quality picture. You don't want a grainy picture put on, but at the same time, you don't want a high I don't want to say resolution. What's the word I'm looking for, Ray? You don't want to use a picture that's too large. You don't want the blog or the vlog to load really, really slowly, and you don't want your pictures to be all grainy. Okay, because both of those are going to get somebody. If you go to a website and it doesn't load, what do? You either hit the reload button up top to see if it'll reload, and if it doesn't, you usually are going to scroll on. That's what most people do. So if if the content that's on there isn't easily loading, you're going to lose your viewers anyhow. And then if the pictures are all grainy, they look like crap, I don't want to look at it anyhow. So I'm going to scroll on. So make sure it's a good picture, but that it doesn't take up too much space. So the page still loads very, very quickly.
Absolutely. And so this is a campground, a Leon County campground that we did in here, So I'm in here in the thing, and I'm not just saying, hey, we washed a park. I mean, we talk about we talk about Halls Landing Park, that it's got a campsite. It's run by Leon County. It's on the shores of Lake Talquin. It's, we're selling the sizzle, Doug, whenever we do these vlogs on here. There is probably not a single person watching this tonight that could not go out and create a YouTube video tonight from past projects that we've done and have them uploaded and hosted by the morning.
Exactly.
And again, this first one that I did right here about, the one that says, here's one: how to clean synthetic stucco and dry-vit in Tallahassee, Florida. And I put the zip codes in there. We had a ton of pictures on this thing.
And again, there are lots of templates out there. If you just do a Google search for blog templates, vlog templates, you're going to come up with a lot of different templates that you can then just take those and insert and again, using good, fresh content, good, fresh verbiage, all that kind of stuff to make it yours instead of, again, what everybody else has. But there are lots of templates out there that you can use to help you get it done, make it look good. And, there are lots of different ways to learn blogging and vlogging. And again, making sure that you name your pictures and getting all those things so that the little tags in there will get to where Google can see what that picture is or tell what that picture is. These are all just important things for that blog side of it that I can't read.
Sometimes I've done iMovie. Sometimes I've literally done PowerPoint, because you can export your PowerPoint as a play it. And that the first time I ever did it, that one about the roof was at PowerPoint. This is about a historic church that we were washing in Apalachicola, Florida. Honestly, very few of the photographs are of the church. I mean, I took pictures of some of the flowers around there. I took my camera and just, ran around. I walked around while the guys were washing and was just enjoying the town some and taking photographs from Apalachicola while we were washing the place. I even said, I'm talking about what a charming fishing village this is. And
talking about stuff like that there are a couple points of that, especially in a small town, right? That's just when somebody is going to read that from the town, they're going to share that to the rest of the people of the town. It's going to build loyalty for your company by leaps and bounds. You can't imagine the wealth that can bring you just by doing a blog post and not selling your services, right? That's not what he's doing in that. He's talking about their community, how great it is, and how, he's helping beautify it and these sorts of things. That's what's going to help you gain their trust. And because it is also about, again, what we always talk about, building relationships and creating friendships within that community without ever even talking to the people. They know you and like you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, the keywords are so important on here and what we're doing, and don't do this to impress pressure washers. Don't do this to impress yourself. You're doing this to talk to customers. Think like a customer whenever you're doing this. This is who your key demographic is. Look, beachfront condo association cleaning. That's pretty damn specific on there, isn't it?
I think that's also a point that we kind of need to talk about a little bit too, Ray. And that is, how many times do we see posts in some of these private Facebook groups, Spray Wash Academy, where, it's somebody bragging about the job that they did, and they're posting it as a as a look at the great work that we do, but they're sharing it to other pressure washers, which is great. Hey, we want you to, enjoy your work. That's part of it. But that's something that you should be sharing in your local community as well, making sure that that's getting put out to them, because sharing things out to other pressure washing companies isn't doing you any good, right? It's not something about whether or not you like it's whether or not it's going to engage with the customers and they're going to like what they're seeing. That's it. It's about business and feeding your families and that sort of thing. And that gets me back a little bit to the whole Facebook thing where, we talk all the time about guys that are asking other pressure washing companies to like their page. That doesn't do you any good. You need people that are local to like your company. And that's what's going to help you when you do your blog posts and you do your Facebook posts and all this sort of thing. The people that are local that are sharing it and other local people are seeing it and then they're sharing it. That's how you grow that base, if you would.
Absolutely.
Solid foundation.
And you want the engagement, like on this one. So if you can't read, I know it's behind some of the verbiage there. Spray Wash Interior Cleaning, recent cleaning of the bungalows by the bay in Florida's Big Bend area. Located between St. Teresa and Kirabel, this beachfront community features breathtaking waterfront views of both Alligator Point, Apalachee Bay, and Dog Island. Many old-timers along Florida's coastal area remember this as a former home of Lorenzo's by the Bay restaurant. This cleaning included 2 different types of rust removal, washing away salty beach residue, and a general pressure washing of the facilities. When you have needs, call Spray Wash, blah, 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 or visit us online. We are your HOA, COA, and association power washing expert. So do you see what I did there? I mean, one, I named about 4 different beach communities in there that I want to hit, that I actively work in. So I did multiple beachfront communities that could search this. We talked that we did saltwater residue removal. And we also mentioned that we are COA and HOA experts. So I'm trying to hit all of these keywords in that area.
Exactly. Getting behind on some of the comments here. Sorry, y'all.
Sorry.
All right. Oh, one of the things I was going to say that would have been really cool with that last one that you had there, Ray, the one where you had the lift on the grass, and then you had kind of the ocean behind you, right?
Right.
Would have been great to end that particular blog with like the sunset of that area or the sunrise of that area, because I think that's what a lot of people are going to relate to. That's what we think about when we think about the ocean and the beaches and, you know, these sorts of things. So, you know, people love to see pictures of sunsets. They have them on their house. People love to see pictures of animals. They love to see, like, let's say, for example, that he was there and they were washing and some dolphins were going by, right? Hey, man, take that picture and put that into the blog as well, because that's good. The more things that you can put in there that people are going to want to see. I know it sounds like we're just saying the same thing over and over again, but those are the important aspects of it. What people want to see, what people want to share, what they're going to be willing to share, what they're going to be like this. I've always loved this one.
Like a drone flyover of Cedar Key and me driving around in my golf cart, you know, while we're on vacation, you know.
I think that that's a good idea, Benjamin. Do you tag all the YouTube videos to Google Business Listing? I did not, but I think it would be a good idea to tag all of them. We got in a weird niche of dog trainer, kennels, and horse culture because I posted a bunch of pictures of my dog on Facebook and Instagram. Again, that's just the power of posting those pictures, where sometimes you don't realize that it's going to go down this big rabbit hole and you're going to get work from things you didn't think were going to happen. And then they just all of a sudden happen, and you're getting all these phone calls and you're like, wow, I just one silly little post, one silly little thing. Yeah, it can absolutely happen. And that reminds me, somebody, I think it was Michael Shane, had posted a little bit earlier on here that, you know, and we've talked about it lots of times. You are what you post. So remember, even on your personal page, be careful what and how you post, because it can affect your business page later on.
You know, right here, here's a church that we did, 1876 church, and I've hit all these keywords, that it's on the national, that they're Methodists, that it's on the National Register of Historic Places, that the materials on the church are literally irreplaceable due to its age. You know, the services that we did on there. And again, I'm not taking these photographs to make a YouTube video, but dang it, I'm going to make a YouTube video because I have all of these photographs. And again, probably everybody who's sitting here listening to this and who in the future listens to it and has washed more than 5 houses has got enough photographs to,
or should have enough photographs.
You should, yeah, you should have enough photographs to make, you know, the initial one, you know.
And
how to crush dumpster pads. I mean, huge one, you know. Now we're getting into more where we started really rocking without, and now I've sold my business at this point, so I'm not doing, you know, that. But here, I was by the beach and I caught, you know, there were some dolphins out there, by the beach,
and people love that.
Yeah.
So Michael said it best here. Very smart, Ray. I take off subjects often like pond or a horse, trying to make people feel a part of what we're doing, right? That's the key words. Trying to make people feel like they're a part of whatever it is that you're doing.
that dolphin literally almost hit me. Whenever
eating some fish, huh?
Yeah, they're out here fishing. So again, I mean, and getting back, sorry, I was walking down, memory lane on here, but these are all things that we can do, and these are things that we've got the videos, we've got the pictures, and you saw in most of these pictures, it wasn't live videos on there; it was still pictures.
You created a video of.
So your keywords are so important. Get out there, claim your YouTube channel if you don't have it. Start, as we saw on here, when I searched for parking garage cleaning, when I did parking garage cleaning on here, and I did a search for this parking garage pressure washing Tallahassee. Okay, so my old website comes up first, and then videos literally come up here third. Here's one: pressure washing a parking garage, 10 minutes 33 seconds, 13 minutes 42. Another one from me on there. Here's another one from our company on there, before and after. I mean, we basically own that page as far as pressure washing, at least the top spots on Google for pressure washing parking garages, in Tallahassee, Florida. So,
and another important part of that I just want to comment on again is that, Ray, how much did you spend to have somebody do all of that for you? Zero. Same thing here. Cajun Soft Wash spent really $0 on getting all of our content out there. It was me, and I had to spend the time to do it. It was Ray, and he had to spend the time to do it. But getting that content out there, our company always ranked first. And you have to remember that if you're doing a search on your computer, it's naturally going to bring up your stuff first. So you got to go in the incognito mode or go on a different computer to do the search to make sure you know exactly where you're coming up. And if you're not coming up, look at who is coming up, read their articles, and understand what it is that they have written that is making them come up first. And then you can get into a little bit different mindset of what can I do to make myself, again, don't steal their words or anything, but look at how they're writing, what they're writing, why they're writing. Michael had said about the lava lamp thing. Okay. Why would a lava lamp matter? Because it's unique. It's different. People are going to see those things. And graffiti's a great one, by the way. Graffiti pictures, people love to see graffiti go, kind of a thing. So just keep all of this in mind when you're doing this. It's so easy to do, really, even if you're not tech savvy.
And so I spent some money on this initial website whenever I transitioned off from my GoDaddy website. But again, I already had amazing placement that I was able to get organically on here. So,
so Michael, as Ray said, you can use, oh man, now it's escaping me. Not the Microsoft Word, but PowerPoint. You can even make a video with PowerPoint. You can. What was the other one that you were talking about, Ray?
Microsoft PowerPoint, iMovie with Mac.
iMovie, yeah. And you can take and you can upload things to YouTube and cut and splice and do all kinds of stuff.
Now,
and
YouTube
then take
even
it back
has
off of there, download it to your computer, all of that.
YouTube has its own editor, so you're welcome to use the YouTube editor on it.
And you don't have to publish that to use that tool.
No, not at all. And sometimes I think even the videos and the vlogs can even be more utilized. I can't tell you how many times we've made, like, my private YouTubes are pretty big as well, because I've gone and made private before and after videos for my customers and have sent them videos of instead of sending them a bunch of little things. Hey, wanted you to see this project, wanted you to see your house, wanted you to see, what we're dealing with.
Absolutely.
And they've got because you can go and make a video private that the only person can see it is somebody that has that link on YouTube.
You want to know something, Ray, that's funny? You and I have actually never talked about that, and we both do it. we've never had that discussion. We've never talked about that, but I can't tell you how many videos that I did that were meant very specifically for the client.
Right.
And I sent them the video, but it was in a YouTube link.
Yeah.
And then that does a couple things. I mean, they see it and I let them know this is not something that can be shared. I mean, if you want to, you can, but you have to have the link in order for somebody to watch it. But now I can actually watch the hit counter on it and see how many times the client or somebody that they shared it with views that video.
Yeah. How many times they've gone to it and seen it. 100%, Doug. And, something else, we want to go and take these little videos, but understand, I mean, have you ever tried to email something and you can't get it to go through or they don't get it because it's a 3 gigabyte movie that you've sent them? And that does not take a lot. If you've got, hell, even live photos, look how big live photos are nowadays. They're huge on the iPhone. So if you go,
that was part of it though. I mean, you try to send them a video, they can't open it. Okay. But even if you do get success in that, you have no idea whether or not they watched it. By doing it in a private video with YouTube, now you not only can you send it, you can send it easily. They can get it. They can get it easily. They don't have to download anything. And you get to see, if they watched it or not watch it. Michael, I'm not really sure what you're asking here. Question on YouTube. Do you make your settings? Are you talking about backgrounds? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Oh, maybe that answers the question. The next one, appropriate for children. Yes. No.
Yes.
No, the appropriate for children.
Not appropriate for children. Actually, yeah. I do.
You actually click on appropriate for children?
Yes. Whenever I'm putting a video up there, I do. I mean, I say because there's two questions. There is this made for children?
Okay,
and then
that's
the other question is it appropriate?
Is it appropriate? Yes.
Right. And I always say no, it's not made for children,
right.
but yeah.
Yes, that's correct. I was thinking that's what I was thinking. Made for children, not appropriate for children.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, there's just so much that you can do with this stuff, guys, and get out and you can, if we're looking for free, low cost stuff to do to help market things that we already have out there, like our websites, do it. Take advantage. You need a blog tied to your website, and you need a YouTube channel tied to your website.
And if you're up in the east and or north, and you're talking about how you got the 3 months off, I mean, it's perfect time to work on your business, right? And not working in your business. So it's the perfect time to go and create all that content that's you could take all the pictures that you did throughout the year, and you can sit and just make content that you can then share out throughout the rest of the year, right? And you can even do the things with snow and with sleet and with hail and, mailmen delivering mail and all that kind of stuff. Again, for good creative pictures that get people to want to look and read whatever it is that you've written about.
And I'm pretty sure you can schedule your YouTube videos. You can upload, I'm pretty sure you can upload multiple YouTube videos at a time. And I know you can do it on your blog post. I could write 30 blog posts and say, all right, publish it once a week. You don't have to do this all at one time. So
I send skeptical prospects my YouTube videos for education and sales. Absolutely. I cannot tell you how valuable my YouTube was for me with my customer base. Because if there was ever an issue or a question or whatever, I would send them to the link to whatever video I did. And we did some of that with Spray Wash Pro, where we created some videos that you can use for your customers when they ask. Because for me, I look at it this way. A lot of times customers know that you're trying to sell them on something, right? So they're asking, well, is bleach harmful to my plants? And you're saying, yes, but we do this, this, and this. And or the last guy said, no, it's not. And, and then his thing, sending them a video of somebody that has no care about your company, theoretically, right? That's an outside authority, if you would, that's going to add a lot of weight to what it is that you're saying. So you want your own, but you also can use others that have been out there and done that. Use those videos to help you communicate to the client that this is the correct way to get that done.
100%.
Awesome.
Like if I had a customer that, you know, if we're doing a tall building wash, something above 4 or 5 stories, I'm sending the customer this video right here, you know, 155-foot building of us washing, 155-foot building that we washed on here. I'm sending them the video of this. Hey, we just did a project. I mean, this one's a little bit taller than your building on here. It's over in Panama City, had some real unique things. Same thing with the before and after portfolios that we used to do, Doug, where we would go and take, you know, we'd send the before and after portfolios to other project managers. If I'm talking to them about a medical office, I'd go send them one of another medical office that we've already done with the before and afters. If I'm talking, you know, to the School of Nursing about washing their building, I'm going to send them where I've done the School of Medicine's building, you know?
You know, and I can tell you that's so, like with Ray as being the example in that area. I mean, he owned all of the medical and, you know, that kind of facilities in, you know, the commercial big projects in and around the Tallahassee area.
Hey, I want to point out one thing real quick.
Sure.
Before I forget this. So if you're going to use pictures of employees and use stuff like this for marketing, make sure your employees are actually tied off and wearing harnesses on stuff, you know. Don't do bonehead OSHA violation videos.
Yeah,
exactly. I can't tell you how many amazing shots that I have and going, oh, that harness isn't tethered.
I can't.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I still wanted to.
No. Cajun Soft Wash, I'm going to use as an example, right? So many of you know that are local here to the area. The new owner of Cajun Soft Wash, Matt, he also bought a window cleaning company out of New Orleans. And, you know, he's using the two of them very smartly together. Well, guess what? Now that you move into more of the commercial buildings, the other large commercial contractors, large commercial managers are talking to the other large commercial managers and bringing in even more work in the large commercial realm. So just by doing a good quality job and sending them those pictures and the videos and all this kind of stuff helps you get that other. You don't even have to market at that point, really, if you don't want to, because they're doing it for you. They're sharing these blogs and they're sharing these videos. And you should also have in every single blog a way to contact you, just so that you know.
Absolutely. It should all basically refer back to your website. And your phone number should be in there as well. But it should all go back to your website on there. So
I love what Mike has said here. Your insurance company is watching your videos. They're looking at your pictures. They're going to your Facebook page. They're going to your, your YouTube videos. They're going to your website. They're doing all that kind of stuff, unless you just don't have them.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed.
So you got to remember that this is not just blogs and vlogs are not here to just get you leads, right?
Right.
They're here. Let me back up. They're not here to get you short-term leads. They're here to get you more long-term leads in kind of a soft, gentle approach and fashion, right? They're here to, again, build that relationship. But you want to use blogs and vlogs as just another tool in your content marketing package. It shouldn't be just this, but it should definitely include doing blogs and doing vlogs. Vlogs are just as important, again, because people want to watch them. How many times do you sit and just watch a short little video on your phone, right? Mm-hmm. People like to watch these little things.
And now with Facebook Reels and the YouTube Shorts and what they're doing to compete against TikTok, Hunter, and we didn't even talk about TikTok on there. I'm not a big fan of TikTok.
Yeah.
But this is all stuff that we should be potentially doing on there with it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know enough about TikTok yet, and I probably won't learn it. It depends. I've got some ventures that I'm looking at that if I did, I might do that. But
Ditto.
I really, I don't know. There's something about it. I guess it's more, I'm too old for that. I guess. I don't know. That's my thinking, but it can be a powerful tool. I had an employee that put on a TikTok, and this is earlier on in TikTok, and he had put up a video of the surface cleaning machine that I built. Excuse me, with the ride-on mower and the 3 surface cleaners on the front, and
Right back. Hold on.
he had a deal on there about working smarter and not harder. And I think within a very short period of time, he had 80,000 views. And then I think the last I saw, he was over 1 million views on that one TikTok video. I don't personally get it, and I haven't spent enough time to learn it yet. So, but again, I can say this. If I were still running Cajun Soft Wash, I likely would be looking into TikTok, and I would have things uploaded to TikTok, because I'm definitely seeing and hearing that it is a new marketing tool. And I'm saying new, but it's really not even new anymore. Michael Shane is saying, Ray, my phone number is part of my name. And reels.
I just, sorry, there was a wreck out in front of the office. So I heard a little crash and a wreck. So I had to go check that out.
So Damien, so, and I didn't know this, but Damien's saying, so many content creators are preaching taking your longer form YouTube videos and breaking them into small TikTok Reels video series. So yeah, I could definitely see that, because I think a lot of times people don't want the longer videos. Though I also heard and read, if it's somebody that's going to be reading a blog, then you really want your blog to be a little bit on the longer side. I think I read something like 1,000 words, to get people to read and engage and all this kind of stuff. Where videos seem to be different, and people are definitely now wanting to have the shorter videos, it looks like.
Yeah, our attention span is shrinking.
Yeah.
So.
As he's looking around,
squirrel.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I ought to call. I mean, I'm gonna say there's other people stopped out there. So,
Michael, you should go up and get a job.
We've done another hour, Bubba.
I know it. It was, and I think this was an awesome topic.
Yeah, it was.
And again, just remembering that, all your pictures and stuff, I can't stress enough how you need to label them, tag them, meta tags, and all this kind of stuff, alt tags. And been a little while since I've been out of some of that stuff, but it's all about how Google is going to see that, and know what the content of that image is and that video is, because other than that, they don't know.
And again, don't fall. And I'm not saying that people that there's no place for spending money on Facebook advertising and Google advertising. Absolutely, there is. But I've heard so many people tell me that they've wasted $100, $500, a couple of $1,000 on Facebook ads, and nothing ever happened with it. You like that, Mike? Got the old pressure washing outlaw shirt. They didn't get any results from it, or they've done it even worse.
No, go ahead. But there's two things I got to say on it.
But or even worse, they've done it themselves and didn't get any results for it. So sometimes we're the worst people to do stuff. We just start throwing money at a problem, not really knowing what we're doing. That's
so one,
bad.
Either you did it wrong, or two, you don't have enough likes. I think that's one of the biggest problems with people throwing money at Facebook and not understanding and realizing they don't have any likes on their page. And if you don't have any likes on your page, I mean, a lot of what you're doing is you're spending money to market to people that don't necessarily even want to see your content, because Now I'll tell you that they're really good at when I say they, I'm talking about Google, Facebook, all them. They're really good about getting to the right people. So it's based on what you're currently searching for, and that's why the ads pop up. But having those likes up on your page there's so much value to that, because now when you put something out there and all the people that already like your page, they see it and then they share it, that grows so fast and is so powerful to your company. And that's where, when you're spending money on your Facebook ads and all that, it's really going to go a lot further if you spend money to get your likes up first and then spend money on your advertising campaigns.
Absolutely.
What do you got going out behind you there?
What's that?
Is there something going on outside?
Yeah, that's why I jumped up and ran. There's a pretty bad wreck right out in front of my office out here. So we've got police now, we got fire, and I think ambulance is coming. So yeah, pretty bad one. So anyway, in conjunction with one of your previous, I started offering $25 grocery gift cards, reposting their before and afters. Best $25 I spent this week, $425. Nice.
There you go.
Love it. Can't really see the outside, Michael.
The glare is going to come back.
I mean, it's just, you just can't see it, but with the reflection on the windows. That was whenever I jumped up and ran. I literally heard the screech and the impact. So kind of a scary one.
There you go.
Well, and so, you know, the good news about this, whenever you're adding this, whenever you're doing this stuff and you haven't paid for it, you've not wasted any resources except for your time.
Which can be more valuable sometimes.
Time can be much more valuable than money sometimes, but you've not wasted your precious money. I mean, let's face it. When we're new in business, we have more time than money. Whenever we're older in business, we'll typically have more money than time.
Yep. And that's where you find your balance, right? Especially if you're new in business and you don't have the money, but you have the time, use the time. When you're older in business and you have more money than time, use the money. When you're somewhere in the middle, use them both.
Absolutely.
It's definitely not a one size fits all type of a situation.
Not at all. Not at all. And you want to just get out and you just got to do something. I mean, don't sit here and say, oh, well, just do it. We've given you examples of literally 2 free things that you can do right now: a blog and a YouTube channel. So get out and do it. And like I said, you already ought to have, if plant and property protection and covering your butt and not getting sued, and if all that isn't compelling, and putting the furniture back right isn't compelling enough pictures, compelling enough reason for you to take multiple pictures, then maybe this will be,
That's funny, because one of the things that I did was actually worked really well was face it, what do people like? People like to see things, sex, they like, negativity. So those are things that sometimes are your selling points. Not that I'm throwing the sex part out there, but the negativity part. I put out something once about how I can't remember the titles and all that anymore, but something about how nagging customer complains about Cajun Soft Wash not moving furniture during their cleaning. Okay, that was somewhere around there was my title. That for me was like a clickbait kind of a thing. People are going to want to see, oh no, what because of reputation of Cajun Soft Wash. And then I took the before and the after pictures and had them up there, right? So the before picture, dirty everything, and here's where the outdoor furniture is. And then the after picture, here's everything clean and all of the furniture in the exact same spot. and then went on to explain in the article how Cajun Soft Wash takes pictures and moves everything and then puts everything back darn near exactly where we got it. And I was able to show on the picture where things were off just a little bit, and was able to explain to the customer, and then got the feedback from the customer on, oh yeah, I didn't realize that. That's great, man. You guys did an awesome job. Blah blah blah. It was very good for us, and having people respond to it.
I mean, I would even say, though, go do, instead of Raymond Burke, I would go and say Spray Wash Academy says, because, I mean, we are a corporation on there, and that's what I would do, because that would make it, sound even better.
Yeah, sometimes dealing from a limited authority is a good thing. And so you can use another authority to help validate your point. That's kind of what I was getting to a little bit earlier. So anyhow.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, thank y'all, and ladies. Thank y'all all so much for watching us tonight. We'll have this posted back up and rebroadcast here shortly. So y'all didn't see it, watch it. I think there was some good stuff tonight.
And we appreciate y'all.
And Michael, yes, negative post do draw viewers, unfortunately.
That's a fact.
Amen.
Guys, look at all the Facebook groups.
Amen. Why do you think Pressure Washing Friends has 43,000 members or whatever it is? Yes.
Peace, y'all. Thank you.
Y'all, thank you.